20 minutes later I walked back in. The house was quiet. Her friends had left. Lauren stood in the kitchen stirring something on the stove, humming softly, like she hadn't just agreed to emotionally sabotage our marriage. She turned when she heard me, smiled, kissed my cheek. "You're home early. Traffic was light," I said. She avoided eye contact, just for a second, but it was enough. Dinner that night was quiet. Too quiet. Her fork barely touched her food. Every few minutes she pressed her fingers together like she was rehearsing invisible lines. That night in bed she tossed and turned beside me. I stared at the ceiling, listening to her breathing, thinking about the script her friends had written. Saturday arrived sooner than she expected. I was in the garage organizing tools when she appeared in the doorway. Arms crossed, face set, determined, like someone about to perform a rehearsed speech. "We need to talk." There it was, the line, the moment. I turned calmly. "Sure, what's on your mind?" She inhaled slowly. "I'm not sure I'm happy anymore." Silence filled the garage. I need space." There it was, the fake breakup, the trap. She watched my face carefully, waiting, expecting panic. Instead I leaned against the workbench. "What kind of space?" Her expression flickered. That wasn't the reaction she expected. "Maybe a break," she said. "A few weeks so I can think." I nodded thoughtfully. "A break sounds reasonable." Her eyes widened slightly. "When do you want it to start?" Now she looked genuinely confused. "You're okay with this? You said you're unhappy," I replied calmly. "I'm not going to force you to stay somewhere you don't want to be." The color drained from her face. "But don't you want to talk about it?" "There's nothing to talk about." I walked past her toward the house. "I'll move into the guest room so you have privacy." Her voice cracked. "You're moving out now. You said you needed space." I began packing clothes. Slowly, calmly. She hovered in the doorway like someone watching a disaster unfold. "Don't you have questions?" "Of course," I said. "But if my presence makes you unhappy, what good would questions do?" Her phone buzzed. She jumped. Probably her friends checking in. Waiting for the update. I grabbed my wallet. "I'm going out with the guys tonight." "You're going out?" Figured I should start adjusting. Her voice was barely a whisper. "Adjusting? That's what a break means, right?" When I left the house, Lauren looked smaller than I had ever seen her. That night I stayed out late. Nothing crazy, just dinner with friends, but long enough for Lauren's imagination to run wild. When I got home she was sitting on the couch waiting. Something she never did before. "How was your night?" she asked. "Great," I said. I forgot how freeing it is not having to check in. Her face tightened like someone had slapped her. I went straight to bed. The next morning she appeared in the kitchen wearing a robe and worry. "I've been thinking about what I said." "That's good," I replied cheerfully. "That was the point of the break. Maybe we should try counseling instead." I turned slowly. "But you said you weren't sure you wanted to spend your life with me." "That's bigger than counseling." Her voice trembled. I was overwhelmed. "So, when you said you needed space to think about our marriage, was that literal?" She froze. "I didn't mean it like that. But that's what you said." She had no answer. Later that evening she tried again. "Maybe I overreacted. Maybe we just need to reconnect." I calmly cut my steak. "We could have reconnected before you announced you might not want this marriage." "What changed?" She swallowed hard. "I guess, almost losing something makes you realize its value. You haven't lost anything. We're just giving you time to decide if you want to stay married." That's when frustration broke through her voice. "You're being difficult on purpose." "No," I said. "I'm respecting your wishes." By Wednesday she was desperate. By Friday she was on the phone with her friends again. I heard everything through the kitchen wall. "It isn't working," Lauren whispered. "He's not fighting for me." One of them laughed. Then escalate. "Tell him you're thinking about divorce." Silence. Then Lauren said softly, "Maybe I should." I smiled to myself. They wanted drama. They wanted escalation. They were about to get something very different. That evening Lauren approached me again. Carefully. "Mark, maybe this separation should be permanent." I nodded. "You might be right." Her eyes went wide. "Wait. You agree?" "Yes. This week showed me something." "You want a divorce?" "I want to be with someone who's sure they want to be with me." The room went silent. For the first time all week. Lauren looked truly afraid. The next morning she exploded. "Stop acting like this." I looked up from my coffee. "Like what?" "This calm routine. You're supposed to fight for us. Why would I fight someone who's leaving me?" Tears filled her eyes. "You don't even care." I stood slowly. "Are you upset because I'm not fighting?" Or because I took your word seriously? She froze. Then her phone buzzed. I glanced at it. Your friend's checking on the test. Her face went pale. What test? The fake breakup you planned last Thursday. I heard everything. Her knees nearly buckled. You heard everything. Every word. The coaching. The manipulation. The plan. Tears rolled down her face. It wasn't like that. Then explain. She whispered. They said it would show how much you cared. By lying to me. She sobbed harder. I'm sorry. A mistake is spilling coffee, I said quietly. This was a deliberate plan. Silence filled the kitchen. Then I told her what would happen next. You're going to call each of your friends. And tell them exactly how their advice nearly destroyed your marriage. And you're doing it in front of me. She nodded weakly. And we're starting real marriage counseling. And trust gets rebuilt through actions. Not words. That afternoon she made the calls. Every single one. Jenna blamed her. Monica minimized it. Brooke defended the idea. Lauren cut them all off. One by one. By the third call she was shaking. But she did it. Weeks turned into months. Counseling was hard. Brutally honest. But slowly, we rebuilt something real. Not perfect. Not magical. Just honest. The moment I'll never forget isn't the confrontation. It's the instant in the kitchen when Lauren realized her little test had failed completely. She expected tears. She expected panic. Instead she discovered something else. Sometimes silence hits harder than anger. And sometimes the calmest response changes everything. If this story hit close to home, hit like and subscribe for more powerful relationship stories. And tell me in the comments, if your partner tried to test your love like this, would you fight for them? Or walk away? Because sometimes, the strongest move in a marriage is refusing to play the game.